Hello, this is my 1972 Datsun 510 P510 tribute build. It started life as a JDM 1972 factory 546 cactus green, two-door with a vinyl roof automatic, and I converted it basically to a coupe spec right-hand drive two-door nut and bolt restoration, all rust cut out and repaired, and then painted in the factory original 546 cactus green. Every line was straightened, and the goal was to fit these Watanabe 15x8 0 offset wheels. And so I basically did a flare on the inside and a roll and pull on the fender wells to get the fitment, and I have no rubbing. Rides awesome. It's a little lower than most people like it, but I love it. Handles awesome, drives awesome. It has a LZ22 4-cylinder with dual Mikuni 44s, and then a 280ZX 5-speed transmission with 280ZX front struts, 280ZX disc brakes all the way around, 280ZX disc brakes all the way around, new door cards. Like I said, every piece of hardware was zinc plated, every nut, every bolt was plated. And again, right-hand drive dash, and it has the trip, which is this right here. I can roll back to 0 on the kilometers, so that's really cool. It's got the factory white needle tack, and then the garnish on the inside, we matched them. It has the right-hand drive column with the parking lights, flashers, everything works. Wipers, the wipers actually are not hooked up, the linkage isn't there, but the wiper motor turns on and everything. I drove it in the rain a couple times with Rain-X with good results. Drove good. As you can see, brand new headliner, new old stock dome light, works when you open the door, shut the door. It's got the map light, working map light. It's got a glove box light, which US cars didn't have. All these vents work as they should. Basically everything works. Again, 280ZX 5-speed. The other thing I did, which was really cool, is I have the full coupe interior except for the door cards. So I'll show you in a minute. The seats fold down, and I actually have a Bluetooth stereo. I'll show you that in a minute. It's an amplifier in the trunk. So when I turn on the car, it connects to my phone. I can control volume and songs from the phone, which is awesome. And it plays loud enough, even though the car is super loud, you can hear everything. Really good shape, mirror. Didn't recover the visors, but I don't think they're torn or anything. They're just discolored. So you could probably dye them or use the vinyl paint. And the interior, so it does have rips in the seats. They look good enough for me. You know, to be perfect, you might want to recover them, but I just used the interior paint to paint that up. We patched the rear center section to cover the rip. Looks really good and even on both sides. It still has the factory ashtrays in the door cards back here. And I'll show you the seats, how they work. It's got the new kick panels on the right hand drive. Here's the hood release. As you can see, refurbished everything. Super nice carpet kit with floor mat set. I had the original gas pedal and I still have it. It can be bolted in, but I didn't want to cut a hole in this mat, so I left it the way it is. But we'll go ahead and open the hood. So I did the full hood shock conversion. As you can see, hardware is good. This hood was like a near perfect hood when I had the car painted. It's not pseudo fab, you know, these are none of the parts are replacement. So these are factory fenders that I found with like no dents, factory hood. You can look at my build thread. Again, correct everything. So right hand drive linkage that goes to the right side. I even have the full JDM harness, front to rear sedan harness. It's running Techno Toy tuning, full coilovers front and rear on the 280ZX struts with camber plates. So you can see I have them dialed back. So it is fully adjustable. It can be raised up. Running Marchal headlights. The JDM front grille with the Bluebird badging. These are pseudo fab bumpers, perfect shape. It's got the BRE front air dam. JDM markers, not the 69. These are the JDM aero markers. And again, I'll show you all that works. New old stock mirrors. Again, right hand drive wiper cowl, right hand drive wipers. These are actually from a Skyline, brand new. All the trim, with the exception of the gutter trim. Here's this door. And it's got the factory number plate there. As you can see, undersides of the doors are perfect. Running the Dot Sport rubber, which has the nice corners and everything, and it's really pliable. Everything works great. You can see the door shuts awesome. I refurbed these pillar vents, has the triple S badging. I kept all of the body seams, all the body lines. I would call the paint like a 9.5 out of 10. The only downside is the roof. It's got, I don't know if you can see it, it's really hard to see on here, some bubbling that can probably be cut and buffed out, but I didn't want to do that. It hasn't bothered me, and I'm not ready to repaint the roof, so that's why I'm not doing that right now. So if I were to keep the car, I would sand down the roof, but cut and buff it, and if it comes out, great. If not, then I would put the gutter trim. So I have gutter trim that goes with it. I would put that on. And then the only other minor imperfection on the roof, see, I don't know if you can see the bubbling. You can't see it in the sun at all. There's a little hairline crack here that's really hard to pick up on photos. I don't know if you can see that. But again, I do the gutter trim and then touch up the roof and then be good. And then the only other damage on the car, I got a rock to the front end on like day one of restoration. It sucked. And then there's a little ding right here somewhere in the door. You really can't see. It's probably need to be PDR'd. But the rear latches are functional. This one doesn't have the leather strap on it. And again, all this stuff was redone. New vinyl everywhere, new headliner, dash pad perfect, no cracks. Repainted the front defrost cover. Yeah, and let's open up the trunk so you can see the floor. So I did zero rust over the floors in the regular body. You can see that on my build thread. And here's the trunk. So it's got the coupe taillights with the proper coupe wiring. Something I do on all my 510s, I depress the battery into the back and I create a box so it doesn't come below the roll pan, but it's there and it holds the battery nice and steady so it doesn't move around. You can see I redid all the half shafts, everything under here. I stripped the entire underside of the car and repainted it, and you can see that in the build thread. I have all the rubbers. So this is the Dot Sport rubber. It's got the Japanese license plate light, the Triple S coupe taillight badge, and this is the amplifier. It's a Bluetooth amp. There's the wheel wells, and then something I always do on my 510s too, I redid this whole gas partition, and then I always brace this so you can put heavy stuff in the back and it doesn't mess up the wood. As you can see, this is the factory color. I did paint over a little bit with 546 rattle can. You can actually buy it, so I redid all that. One thing that this thing still has, it still has the factory fuel filler, so you'll see some seepage there. That's not rust, it's just gas seeping out, which is common on these 510s. So if you wanted to fix that, the people on Ratsun, they always go with the Ford Ranger hookup. So I haven't done that yet. Thought about doing it, but it doesn't bother me that much. So, and then the key set, it works for all the locks, everything. Again, there's the Dot Sport rubber, perfect condition. So yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful car. Nothing was left untouched. I have a Flickr album of 2,700 plus pictures, a bunch of videos, and a build thread on Ratsun you can look up to see the car. It's got a renowned steering wheel. So yeah, let me turn on the lights, or let me put on the parking lights. The other thing, it's got the Japanese ignition, which has a garage spot, so you can actually put it in garage. It turns everything off but doesn't lock the column, or you can lock the column. So flashers work, you can see that. There you go. There's the emergency flashers. And on Japanese cars, they had the side markers flash, and you can see the fronts are flashing, the sides are flashing, and the rear's all flashing. Then if we put the park lights on, you can do just the park on the right side, and you'll see the right light on and the left one is not. You see that? And the side park light. So then again, right side on, left side's not. If I flip the other one, now I have both park lights on. You can see that. Both park lights on in the tail, and then both park lights on. You've got the side marker on, and you've got the front park lights on. Really, really cool. And look, the wind shut the door perfectly. I apologize for the wind noise. And then we'll turn the headlights on. Headlights on, headlights on, park lights on, and tail lights all on. So yeah, everything's working. New badging, new Bluebird badging. There's minor pitting on these lights, but they're in amazing shape. You could re-chrome them and they would be perfect. These are brand new seals in there. Lenses are in perfect shape with no cracks. I repainted the black, got all the discoloration gone. Reverse lights, all of it works. Turn that off. So yeah, all the glass is in great shape. With the roof, you've got that, I told you about the imperfections. Again, you can't tell. And then also on this A-pillar. So same thing. I would probably treat that, sand it down, repaint it, or just buff it out and then put this rain gutter trim on. And again, I have the gutter trim that goes with the car. Japanese fuse box, you name it, everything. The other thing this has, I forgot, it's got the power brake booster from a B210, which was actually factory on the right-hand drive 510s. I wanted this to be like basically correct to what the Japanese spec Bluebirds were. So and it's got the 240Z master cylinder. Again, brand new. It's got the steering box brace. And then Troy Ermish went through and I redid all the drag links and all the steering linkages, all brand new, everything. All the suspension parts are brand new. Cross member was powder coated, everything. New alternator. It's got the bracket here. It's got the factory fuel pump. It's got the factory radiator. As you can see, this doesn't run hot. It's nice. And then the fan, everything works. The car doesn't get hot at all. It works beautifully. And again, dual Mikuni 44s. These were rebuilt by Joselle Kobagbang. And then one of my favorite things on this car is this header. That is a Refresh 60 right-hand drive header. As you can see, on a left-hand drive car, it would not fit. So that was a big thing in this build that I wanted. Again, wiper motor works, but the linkage is not hooked up. I have it. I can give it with the car, it's not a problem. I just never got time to hook it up, and I never really drive in the rain, and I have, and it does well with Rain X. But Watanabe oil cap, beautifully powder coated valve cover, all new hardware on the whole motor, everything. Fully built LZ22. I have all the specs, and then it's got the Matchbox distributor with the electronic ignition coil. And like I said, everything, oh, the horns don't work. They click, but they don't work. But everything else works. Again, new old stock mirrors, new rubber from Datsun. Like I said, everything's been done to this car. And it is a beautiful car. It won Best of Show at JCCS, the last in-person JCCS in 2020. I refurbed everything. I even put the new rubber and the window felts in here. Polish these up nice and straight. Watanabe lug nuts, Watanabe valve stems. Again, brand new Fudo Fab one-piece bumpers, perfect shape. New badging. Again, beautiful, beautiful car. I can't believe I'm selling this car. It's literally the best 510 I've ever owned. And I'm gonna miss it, but I'm trying to restore my Skyline and it needs money. So hopefully the next owner will love and cherish this car as much as I do. I've put about 25,000 miles. Yes, you heard that right. 25,000 miles on this car in the 2.5, 3 years since it was built. I've driven to LA, Long Beach 3 times. I've been up to Humboldt County, up to Eureka. I've been east into the Tahoe Mountains. I've done fun runs, I've done canyon carving, and the thing handles amazing, drives amazing, and everything is good to go. Here, I want to show you the seats here. Let me set you down there. So what you do is you run the seat all the way forward. You take the headrest off, and then you pop this seat down flat like that. And then the rear seat, I got these nice pillows in here. The rear seat has like a wagon latch back here that you unhook, and it drops down and folds flat. Again, so both front seats do that. Again, coupe only stuff here. Again, I can't believe I'm selling this car. Hope you guys enjoy it. I'll do a couple little driving videos, but just probably one of the nicest 510s out there. It's amazing. Wood triple S shift knob, Renown steering wheel. Love Renown steering wheels with the box hub. We'll go ahead and put the seat back up. Just has 4 seat belts. Little frayed, probably need some new belts at some point. Again, we'll shut it up. Hood shocks, you just go down and make sure it latches. buy the Triple S 4-door Bluebird, or you could buy the Triple S Coupe. And then they also had the sedan 4-door, regular Bluebird, not Triple S. And then they had a sedan 2-door. So this essentially is a sedan 2-door. And you can imagine in Japan, when they were selling these cars, the people that bought 2-doors bought coupes. So this is actually, you can do some research, look it up. This is actually the rarest variant of 510 that they ever made, was a 2-door sedan. Again, mine is not a real 2-door Japanese sedan, but that's what I was trying to emulate, along with some choice coupe parts. So it's got the coupe mirrors, it's got the coupe grille, the coupe interior seats. But yeah, factory color. Check out my build thread. It's very long and tons of pictures. Again, like I said, 2,700 plus pictures, a bunch of videos, and just the whole process. Every inch of this car is covered, not hiding anything at all. Again, I would consider it a 9.5 out of 10. So there's some minor finishing touches, but it is ready to be enjoyed as is, as I have been enjoying it the last 3 years. 25,000 miles. It's insane. You can see some of the dirt on the gas in the back again. Got to clean that up. But yeah, beautiful, solid car. Nothing to hide, no surprises. Just a really clean example of a 510. I hope you guys enjoy it. And I'm going to be very sad to see it go. Thanks. I'll be posting a couple other videos. So thanks for checking it out. Have a good day.